everybody, welcome back to the Club Fin DJ interview series. I'm Stitcharoo, and I have with me DJ Goofy, and we're doing the deep dive. So let's start right off the grate and tell us, how did you prepare for your Club Fin set?
I spent a lot of time on my intro. I care a lot about first impressions, and I want to kick off my set with a bang, with a lot of build up, and I care about sending a message, and I want to send it early. So I prepared a ton on that and the finisher. So like when it gets to the end, I'm super excited for you guys to experience the finisher because I've listened to it multiple times looking for something that is wrong with it. I'm just super stoked for you guys to hear it.
It's a firm handshake and eye contact.
Yes.
Killer. I want to take a bit and talk to you a little bit about your history here. What is your experience DJing both in VR and in real life experiences like? And how is it different?
Doing it in VR takes the human element out of it from IRL. Like I don't have to be on stage. Like you know how VR clubs are. You can socialize. You can kind of pick and choose who you interact with. You're not putting yourself out there totally. Your personality's out there, and what you play is out there, and you still got to like move around and stuff. But you're showing people a good time. But in IRL, that has been a roller coaster compared to VR. Both have similar challenges when it comes to music and like mixing and all that, but like when it comes to putting yourself out there, when I played my first set, which was at Megaplex 2022, that was a new that's a whole different ball game. Like you're out there. I consider VR so like my career background is in broadcast and I'm helping out putting on the Furality event stream. So if you check out a panel, I help that out. I call it a middle ground when it comes to DJing in IRL and VR because you're mixing music, right? You're working on audio, but you have to put on a show for people as well, and you're putting yourself out there as well. So it's not like I'm out there singing. It's not like 100% my talents on the line and like putting my body out on the line in front of people.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my home.
Yeah, I'm not putting on like a fucking solo play. I really have a lot of fun with trying to be technically good, like with all the skills and techniques inside of DJing, but with being in IRL space, I have to kind of break out of my own shell of being somewhat of an introvert and interact with the crowd, show them that I like what I'm playing as well, as much as they're enjoying it, and like helping them enjoy the moment. So you can't really hide. IRL or VR you can kind of hide a little bit, but IRL you can't hide. You're out there. You're doing the thing, and it's fun. Like after the first time, it's like a roller coaster. Like after the first time, you want to do it again, and that's kind of been the case for the past year and a half of doing this. Is that I did it once, and now I just want to keep doing it because it's been a lot of fun, and I want to keep putting on bigger and bigger shows. Just making a fun experience for an hour.
Kick ass. So you said that Megaplex was your first live show, and then smaller clubs were in VR your starts. What was that inspiration to start DJing?
I think it's when it was like when I first showed up to VR clubs.
Do you remember the first one?
Yeah, absolutely. I was a mute. I wasn't talking to anyone, and I was hanging out in Furry Talk and Chill. And I people watched. I just constantly people watched. And
you got half of it down.
Yeah. That's a good one. I was hanging around and these three people show up. Their names were Enro, Hamster, and Stolas. And they kind of picked me up and took me to Club Orion. It was just one random night, and I had a really good time, and they kept bringing me back, and now they're still friends to me to this day. One of the first people I met in VR But as I was going to these clubs, I was thinking, man, this is really cool. Okay, what does it take to become a DJ? And I have a music background. I did band in high school and middle school, so I'm not totally like tone deaf, and
That
I just want to
helps.
see what happens. Yeah. And so I started picking up, I picked up that tiny controller and and then I found some software. I didn't have any help. I followed some YouTube tutorials and I got hooked. And then when I started playing at this VR club called TJ's Tavern, one of the first places I played, I got a lot of really good feedback off of the first time playing, and I just kept doing it and kept doing it, and my interest grew more and more and more and more, where I wanted to take it more seriously, and it led to buying a newer controller and gaining an interest in doing bigger and bigger things. It just kind of snowballed down, and it all started from just showing up to a club and asking like, what does it take to do this?
That is something that I really like about where we're sitting in the kind of DJ clubs scene, because we have this weird. It's different. It's different. We have this interesting community where we lift each other up. Like, I've been in like the DJ scene, long time since VR was even a thing. And I've seen people tear each other down, and it's all cutthroat and it's competitive in the worst ways. But it's completely the opposite here in the community we currently have. And it's so good to see people, bringing each other up and encouraging those that just start out. Because it can be real intimidating. It absolutely can.
It's really nice to see a lot of people collaborate, get together. Hey, that was pretty cool. Hey, you did this. I really like this, and stuff like that. Kind of feedback just puts up everyone, because
Learn next and Kate. No, I'm kidding.
everyone wants to help everyone, and it's a lot of fun when it's like that, because everyone grows because of it. And that's why it's so tough to get into like Furality or any other club that's monthly, or even the IRL clubs, or even any furry convention that you go apply to, especially the big ones. I mean, it's hard for a reason. Everyone wants everyone to succeed, and when you do that, the field gets tougher. So it's a lot of.
There's only so many slots.
There's only so
much
many
time.
slots. I do not envy any DJ judge. I appreciate all your work. I don't envy any of you. I wouldn't want your position, because I couldn't imagine looking at 100 people and be like, yeah, I'm going to pick 10.
We didn't make it easy with them with Furality.
No.
Eat it! We did this! So moving on a little bit changing gears here. Who has been your inspiration, or do you have any mentors or people that you look up to within the DJing sphere?
When I first started off, when I started watching YouTube, it was DJ Carlos Antonio. Then when I started getting introduced to the space, I looked at everyone, because I was like, wow, there are so many creative people. If I wanted to, and then I got to meet some of these people, and one of those mentors would have been Low Prop for a little bit, because he was very inspiring with his Legends set, and constantly blows people out of the water with his set. He's just incredibly talented and very caring about what he does. So I really appreciate any of his instruction he has given me. I think my current mentor right now would be Adi. He has helped me a ton get to the nitty gritty stuff. I appreciate his feedback as well, and he's done a ton for me. I think more than he realizes, or maybe he does, but he
will now.
I have no. Yeah, he's done a lot for me to help me improve my game, and I love the feedback that he gives, because he's not easy on me, and I love it, and I love that because of it.
Nice. It always is good to have somebody that can tell you, be like, hey, you need to change up how you do this. This piece was really rough. Or even if it's all this is good, but here's why it's good.
Yeah, I love that. I love that kind of feedback. And plus, with a I did sports, so tough coaching is I can handle that.
Hey, you know, if you could dodge a DJ set, you can dodge a ball.
That is so true.
So with that, let's get into a little bit more nitty gritty about how you mix for like this DJ set that you put in. Do you have some like fun tips and some fun techniques and stuff that you've done in this particular set that you're excited about?
I think my favorite thing I did in there was drop to drop, and that's near the end. That's that little like something I'm super proud of moment. I thought that turned out really well.
So drop to drop is you don't have a break; it just goes slam
There's no break.
to slam to
It's
slam.
slam to slam. I don't really have any big pizzazz moments. I think I backspin one time. It's a lot of my sets are structured in a way. I care a lot about the lyrics,
Yes.
I pick songs that people know and are going to sing to, and it's kind of hard to listen to lyrics when there's two on top of each other. So
Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum.
yeah. I mean, it could be in there. But yeah, like I don't have any like big pizzazz like DJ technical skills. I can cue jump. There's a couple loops in there that's kind of noticeable. You'll be able to tell when you hear it. But yeah, like I mentioned, it's a smooth plane ride for the most part. Like moment to moment,
Nice.
like I want it cohesive together, smooth, and a lot of fun.
What hardware are you using now? What software are you using now?
I use a DDJ 1000 SRT with Virtual DJ.
Nice.
I have been slowly migrating over to CDJs, but obviously I don't own CDJs because that is a small car. So
And then some.
so speaking of like mentors, like Adi and Loprov have pushed me to learn CDJs, and I've been able to gain some more skill using those. But when I'm at home, I have my home gear, and so that's where I'm most comfortable doing all that kind of stuff and mixing on those. It's a lot of fun, and it's nearly transferable back and forth between the two. You just have a couple more buttons.
That's the big thing. That's the big thing, is transferable. Although, like Loprov, I think that's a little bit of a bad example because he uses like 6 CDJs, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's
He's crazy.
Nuts.
He goes 4 or 6. Like
Loprov, you're crazy.
Insane. He's amazing with that, and maybe one day I'll use 3.
Oh man, absolutely awesome, absolutely awesome. And I like to end these interviews asking every DJ kind of the same question. There's a lot of DJs that would like to start, right? We all began somewhere. What's a piece of advice that you could give somebody looking to start spinning and throwing shapes?
Have the motivation and passion to do it. Don't do it because you don't want to, or don't do it because someone told you to. Have the passion for it, because the only reason the reason why I started is because I got passionate about the technical side, like what makes a set, like how do people make them, not the people, not the the show or like the lights and stuff like that. What makes a good set, and like how do you mix music? And I got super passionate about it, and I failed. I learned. I was able to curate my talent into a space that people would enjoy my music, or the music selection that I play.
But yeah, that's something that I always tell people is like music library is like one of the things you can't teach. You can't learn taste for music. You just kind of have to develop that.
Yep. Know what other
There's a lot
people
of
like,
DJs
know what you like.
Oh.
Be that person in a long car ride. Be that, the driver passenger seat that runs the aux cord. Be the person people like being in that seat.
Oh man, yeah, don't get thrown out of cars like I do. Anyways, thank you so much, Goofy. It was a pleasure absolutely talking to you as always, and we'll catch you all out on the dance floor. Bye, everybody.